Well, well, looks like Charlie Cash is finally here at Anarchy, huh? Woo! Reunited with my good friend Bobby Moore, who we made champion just last. That's nice. And look, my latest acquisition. Woo, you need some more. My finely tuned athletic machine, CB Suave, with the Young Lions belt. Last but not least, we got Tony. Hey. Anyway. Well, tonight, fellas, we got us a 6 tag, so let's bring them out. Come on. I want you to beat them up real good for me, okay?
You know how I do it.
Just like you do it. Come on. Bring them out. Come on.
And we are underway with 6-man tag action, and of course the newly appointed, well, not before we get at least a little swivel hip action there from CB Suave, the oiled up CB Suave.
I was going to say, he's got enough oil on him. Should be pretty greased up to do that.
Well, I finally figured out why gas and oil prices have been so high. You have to wonder if he at least buys this stuff in bulk. And the newly really joined here at Anarchy, Charlie Cash.
He prefers the term newly minted.
Oh, newly minted, very nice. I like that. Well, it makes sense, you know, I always still wonder if he prefers dark meat or white meat, but either way, it always makes me hungry when I see him. As we see, the Supernatural hasn't been too many appearances here in Anarchy, but the last time we saw him, a very high flyer, taking it right there to CB Suave. You have to wonder how he's able to even get a pin on him and without sliding away. Tag being made to Tony. Well, it's actually Tommy, but apparently that's at least what Charlie Cash keeps getting mixed up about. Oh,
beautiful
man, knee.
Escape out of that clothesline by Supernatural.
Tommy Penirelli, at least in his own corner, as Bobby Moore tags his way in. And you know, I always used to love as the kid, one of these things is not like the other. If you look in the corner of Charlie Cash, there's 2 that are not like the one, and the one basically is minus a championship at the moment. We've got, of course, the Anarchy TV champion, and we've got the Anarchy Young Lions champion. And Tommy Penirelli, well, he's wearing green at least.
Yes.
Supernatural, I tell you, it runs you like a spider. It's like getting caught up in a web, able to just splat right on there and hold on and get the tag made as BJ Hancock making his way in.
BJ Hancock, the senior member of his trio, the most experienced of the 3, and in fact, the teacher of young Joey Reimer.
Joey Reimer not long ago celebrating his 18th birthday. He's able to vote, but pretty much that's about it. And release wrestle as he drives that shoulder straight into the midsection there of Bobby Moore.
Well, he's able to be very successful here in Anarchy. You see that flying back elbow.
Utilizing that middle rope there to get some great leverage and height. And you have to think pretty much with all 6 of these men that Supernatural and Joey Reimer are certainly going to be the high flyers here as he makes the tag with his foot, no less. Supernatural, that double stomp off the top rope. And now it's Supernatural and Bobby Moore going toe-to-toe. I'm not sure here. Supernatural, I'll tell you, week in and week out, just keeps showing you things that you haven't seen before. But Bobby Moore just taking the body of Supernatural, tossing it up in the air, landing hard on the steel cable and the ring post there.
I must say, Mr. Cash out at ringside, very composed compared to some of the managers we've seen here at Anarchy. A very, you know, the Southern gentleman, if you will.
Well, I certainly feel pretty confident, you know, if I have 2 champions in my stable. Of course, as we know, the edict only able to get 3, as we saw what happened, of course, at the hands of Jeter and Jeff G. Bailey. Jeff G. Bailey firing Jeter out of the elite, because you can only have 3 members in your organization. From what I understand, I think Jeter's gone ahead and applied for unemployment assistance.
Well, it would appear that Jeff G. Bailey's trio, as it stands right now, seems to be comprised of the heavyweight champion, the Temptation, Sean Tempers, the Deadly Sin 7, and the man he claims is the Universal Soldier, the Jagged Edge.
Yeah, of course, we certainly discredit that. To me, in my opinion, there will only be one Universal Soldier. And right now we've got Supernatural just trying to do everything he can against CB Suave. You know, and week in and week out, I think CB Suave has lost his mind on occasion, especially that. He loves to show off the body, but you can't take away from the athleticism that the team of Hot Commodity, him and Tommy Penirelli, really have been able to do week in and week out. Have really improved vastly, I'd say, so far in this somewhat early year of 2013. All right, now there, Tommy Penirelli allowing all the blood to rush straight down to the masked head who knows what impact it'll be because we can't see him, but he's trying to at least make a reach for the tag. It's Supernatural.
That is the advantage for these masked superstars. You cannot see their expressions. You don't know if they're in pain.
Right, but we can hear if he screams, though, at least.
This is true.
Tommy Penirelli wisely has got, I almost said in the center of the ring, but really it's a little bit closer to his corner. So he's able to allow a little offense in, make a quick tag, and then they can come right in and continue to work where he left off. Making it a lot further, dropping the knee for Supernatural to have to go to make that tag. You know, and just think of what we've seen so far in this hour, and of course we've got a big main event tag team action coming up as well that we've really been anticipating week in and week out. So much is going on here at Anarchy, as so much went on, of course, for Hardcore Hell as well, that you can still get that DVD as we've touched on before in the weeks past. Oh man! Gosh. Thought Supernatural might be able to try and fight his way out of it, but Tommy Penirelli totally in control here as he goes in for the cover.
Well, the spine of Supernatural almost sent through the chest cavity.
Tag being made. Bobby Moore, the Anarchy Television Champion, making his way in. Continued to just punish Supernatural here. You know, and CB Suave sometimes reminds me a lot of Bobby Moore. It's like they both have the athletic gift. The problem is, and especially in Bobby Moore's case, he gets too wrapped up with what the fans think and what they're shouting, and that could be his undoing. Same with CB Suave. Too much really arrogance and showboating that can cost him too. But, you know, it at least makes, oh man, a little more sense when they're both champions at the moment. Bobby Moore follows through. Almost took the head off of Supernatural. I'm surprised that that's not it right there. I guess the advantage really of Supernatural being able to fight his way out. At least with that pinning predicament on the outside here. And now that's going to allow the opportunity of Tommy Penirelli to really get an unfair advantage here. And of course, Charlie Cash isn't going to really stop him. And Tommy Penirelli doing it again. You know, and really Tommy Penirelli's got to step up his game even more because he's the one without the championship. I mean, don't tell him that to his face because somehow or another he still thinks he's co-Anarchy Young Lions champion.
Well, he may think he is, but he's not recognized. There's only one recognized Young Lions champion, and that's CB Suave. Big suplex by Bobby Moore, but not going for the cover.
And that brings out a smile of Bobby Moore. A really arrogant cover here. That may be why he was only able to get a 2 count. Celebrate after the match, not during it. And you'll certainly rack up a lot more W's as CB Suave making his way in. Again into the midsection there on the side of Supernatural. Wisely backing right back into the corner again, so the tag can be made to Tommy Penirelli. Using his own partner as a battering ram. And now Tommy Penirelli is going to follow up as well. And it has been a long time since we've seen either the likes of BJ Hancock or Joey Reimer in that ring.
Yeah, the majority of the match, Supernatural has been taking the punishment from the Cash Vault team. Penirelli driving the elbow. Bobby Moore goes for the cover and a kick out.
It took a moment for the shoulders of Supernatural to get on the mat. That might have cost Bobby Moore a victory here.
Well, he's crawling towards the corner. The fingertips
at that
Supernatural
moment,
and Joey Reimer almost connected for the tag.
You could just kind of tell from Bobby Moore, it's almost like taunting. I think he felt pretty confident that Supernatural wasn't going to be able to make the tag and get too far from him. Talk about the adding insult to injury and CB Suave making his way in. Drops an elbow as well right on the back. And really, again, in this scenario, there's really not much that Supernatural can do, and the frustration's got to continue to keep mounting on the face of BJ Hancock and Joey Reimer.
Well, Joey Reimer trying to shake the cobwebs out after getting knocked off the ring apron.
Supernatural really needs to do what he can here, maybe push his opponent, because every time he gets like a little bit of offense in, the other team is able to really just cut him straight off. I would use every ounce I could to get the fresh man in and let myself really regain my composure here, because you're not doing yourself and your team any good trying to stay in and be the hero at this moment. And CB Suave up again, goes for the show buddy, and this might have cost him. Now Supernatural's chance. He needs to do everything he can. Stop trying to go for the high risk. It hasn't worked yet for you. And again, it doesn't. CB Suave just tossing Supernatural.
Supernatural desperately needing to make a tag to either BJ Hancock or Joey Reimer. Able to get his foot up, goes up to the middle rope. Another kick to Suave. Hooks him, tornado DDT attempt.
Oh, he got it nicely. And now does Supernatural have enough to be able to make his way over to make the tag? Both men are really the closest to their partners. The question is who has the more energy. Well, CB Suave grabbing that leg, doing everything he can to hang on. And again, I have to question Supernatural trying to go for offense instead of doing everything he can to go at least for the tag. Boom! Man, that might be it right there. That might be what he needs.
Takes CB Suave out with that first enziguri attempt. Up and over, tag made to the Modern Classic.
Jumps over off the back, no less. BJ Hancock, the fresh man in, doesn't know what to hit first, but whoever gets up, that's what he'll do. Clothesline on to Tommy Penirelli.
Quick drop kick, down goes Bobby Moore off the apron.
CB Suave swings for it all.
Beautiful.
CB Suave rolled on the outside, took his eye off a Russian leg sweep onto Tommy Penirelli. Oh, Joey Reimer tags himself in. I don't think BJ Hancock was
BJ didn't even have time to react to it as Bobby Moore pulls him out of the ring. Reimer body misses.
There's that youth and inexperience sometimes. Sometimes you want to be the glory, but sometimes it doesn't always work. BJ Hancock is going to go back and look at this film if they lose here for some reason this week.
A fisherman buster by Penirelli goes for the cover. And
oh my gosh!
Your winners of the match, the team of Bobby Moore, CB Suave, and Tommy Penirelli, the Cash Vault!
Well, you know the teacher is going to have a few more lessons for the students after that. Joey Reimer tagging himself in, and that could be the downfall here for this team in this matchup. Charlie Cash definitely very pleased with the 3 minutes